It looks like he means business now.
And Bjornsson, we understand, has pulled out. He's happy with 2:06, so this is for the win and the record.
And there it is. Another world record for Eddie the Beast.
He's done it! I don't believe it. It's so easy.
Fat bar training goes back decades, and it has become popular again over the last few years. What are the benefits, if any, for sports performance, and should you do it? That's what you're about to find out today, so let's not waste another breath. Here we go. Training with thick bars improves forearm and grip strength. That's the main reason to do it. There are also people on the interwebs making loud claims how your arms will just blow up in size and you'll see huge increases in strength by using a larger diameter bar. I don't buy that. That's an exaggeration. That's not to say thick bar exercises are not worth it, because there are some real benefits for athletes. In grappling sports like wrestling, judo, MMA, a sturdy grip helps you manhandle your opponent. Hockey players also benefit from stronger forearms and grip for stick handling. For these athletes, thick bar training makes sense. Another massive benefit? It makes your joints feel better. I'll talk about this more in a minute. Then you also have time savings. In many sports, direct grip work is often an afterthought. In hockey, which I'm most familiar with, the players already do so much training on and off the ice. It's not really high up on the list of priorities when you got 6 practices this week, and on top of that, you're lifting, sprinting, jumping, conditioning multiple times. Taking a handful of exercises from your program and spicing them up with a fat bar variation lets you squeeze in some grip work while saving valuable training time. Which brings us right to my next point. What are the best fat bar exercises for an athlete? Bench presses are my absolute favorite. As someone who has dealt with shoulder problems from regular flat barbell bench presses on and off for years, fat bar bench pressing feels amazing. To think that going from a closed hand to a more open hand lets you bench press pain-free within seconds is almost mind-blowing to me. Any athlete whose shoulders hurt when benching with a normal sized bar, which there are a lot of, should give these a go. I cannot recommend it enough. Curls also work well, both dumbbells and barbell curls. I've said this a bunch of times before. Curls done with a regular Olympic barbell are high risk for certain people. They tend to beat up your joints. I cannot load them with any significant resistance without getting wrist pain. And you only need to take a quick look on the internet to read about many other guys who have the same issue. It's just not worth it to grind your wrist or elbow into dust. An easy bar with its angled grip is so much better for direct biceps training. I've never had any wrist pain from that. What is interesting though is that whereas a skinny straight bar wrecks my joints, a thick bar feels great. This comes back to the larger diameter of the bar, which plies your hand more open and forces you to squeeze that thing harder. Another thing I gotta point out is that in a curl or bench press, your poundages don't drop much going from a skinny to a thick bar. The first time you lift a fat implement, there is understandably a gap between your best regular bar numbers and what you can do now, but that gap closes the more you train with that bigger barbell. I don't really see the value of fat bar training for athletes on pulling movements. Chin-ups, deadlifts, rows, especially for someone with small hands like myself. I can do weighted chin-ups with 100 plus pounds for reps, but when I attach a pair of Fat Gripz to a chin-up bar, 10 reps with body weight is hard. I just can't hold on to the bar. It's all grip and forearms. My back doesn't get challenged at all, which pisses me off. If I were an arm wrestler or in a forearm specialization phase, then fat bar training or gripping chunky objects would make sense. But I feel like I'm wasting my time using a great compound movement that only challenges a small part of my upper body. Same goes for deadlifts with Fat Gripz. I hate them. The bar rolls out of my hands hundreds of pounds before the rest of my body would struggle. What is one of my favorite full body movements that hits everything from your upper traps all the way down to your legs gets reduced to a display of grip strength. Not my idea of smart, progressive sports performance training. Now, if you were adamant about using a thick bar on pulling movements because you feel it would benefit your forearm and grip development, then I would do all my heavy work sets with a regular bar, then switch to a thick bar for extra grip work after. This way you get the best out of both worlds. Another option involves performing your lighter deadlift warm-up sets with a thick bar, and once it starts to feel heavy, go back to your skinny bar and continue the workout from there. On top of chin-ups and deadlifts, any other exercise where the arms are not the main body part you want to target, like shrugs, dumbbell rows, dumbbell split squats, you could do all of them with Fat Gripz. Nothing wrong with that. You're not going to go to jail for it. But I just don't see the point of having your usual loads because you cannot hold the damn thing in your hands. An example, I can one-arm dumbbell row 155 pounds for 10 reps, but with a thick dumbbell, 75, 80 pounds slips out of my grip. And I don't even feel it in my back. Only my forearms get a pump. For back development, an absolute waste of time. As a guideline, when a thick bar or thick dumbbell decreases performance too much, it will negatively affect strength gains and muscle growth, meaning you're better off sticking to regular implements on that lift. Now you know how to benefit from thick bar training, the best exercises you should use, and which to avoid. As for what to watch next, check out this video where I reveal my favorite strength training method for athletes. Thank you for watching. If you learned anything new in this video, you know what to do. Pop the like button, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.